Hi, it's Ari Taylor, back again with another laundry video. This time we're going to be talking about how to use the dryers at the dorms. Pretty much every dorm I've been in has used the same dryer, so this is going to be a lot more universal than the washer video, which if you haven't seen and you don't know how to use a front-loading washer, go check that out. I'm sure it's somewhere. Yeah, let's go. So my load is finished in the washer, so I'm gonna move it over to the dryer. And I know it's finished because it stopped moving, it stopped making noise, and all of the lights are off. And that's when it's done. So I've set my timers, I've come back, checked on it, it's done. We're gonna take it out. You first open the machine, and then you take all your clothes out. It can be helpful to open the dryer as well, and that way you can just kind of carry stuff over real fast. If you have items of clothing that are not dryer safe, now would be the time to take them out. So that would include some undergarments, some athletic wear, will deteriorate faster if you dry it. Honestly, it's better for all your clothes if you hang dry them, but convenience is key when you're living in a dorm and you don't have space to hang dry everything. I don't have anything in this load that I need to take out and take back to my room to dry, so we're just gonna put everything in the dryer. So I am gonna leave the washing machine open a little bit because if you shut it all the way, it has a tendency to mold. So it's nice to just leave it a little bit cracked so that there's no mold for the next person or you. All right, so I've shut the dryer. Now we're gonna go over how to program it. This is very similar, the style is very similar to the one on the washer. This just means no heat, so it's gonna be the best for your clothes, but take the longest because it's just gonna kind of roll your clothes around until they're dry. This is for delicate things or knits or things that can get stretched out of whack really easily. And this is gonna be the highest heat and the most aggressive. I am impatient, so I like to use this unless I have something that's particularly delicate or I care about a lot. Now, this dial seems kind of complicated, but essentially what's going on is you have three options. This one, the time dry, is if you want to know almost exactly how long this is gonna take. So you could program it for 70 minutes, 60 minutes, 50, all the way down, you know. And you could also use this if you use one of the other cycles and open it up and it's not quite dry, but you think like 5 or 10 more minutes would make it dry, you can use the time dry setting. The automatic and regular delicate cycle will get your like general clothes dry really well. And you can program that for more dry, less dry, or just kind of tumbling it depending on how wet your clothes are. So if they're just like a little bit damp, you might want to put it on less dry. On the off chance that they heat up too much, shrink or burn. I've not seen that happen, but it's probably possible. So, you know, you don't want to heat things up too much. And then this automatic permanent press and knits is for thicker items of clothing and stuff that's really wet. My clothes are very wet right now, so I'm gonna put it on more dry automatic permanent press. And actually, I've turned this too far now because I want it to be a bit lower. But something interesting about these knobs is they tend to only go one direction. You don't get it on the first try, you gotta turn it all the way back around. Now, you may notice there's no start button. And that is because this is the start button. You just push it in and then it starts. Some things that I forgot to mention last video is it can be helpful to have one of these bags if you have something that you know you want that you don't want to put in the dryer by accident because it will kind of stick out. And this can also be useful for more delicate things if you don't want them really being tumbled in either the washer or the dryer. Yeah, if you have any questions, as always, talk to me or your RA if I'm not your RA.